Many questions remain, of course, about the mass shooting today, including how to talk with your child about it. Peggy Pico has some insights.
The country is in mourning over the horrific killings in Newtown, Connecticut. Here's what President Obama said about it earlier today.
As a country, we have been through this too many times. Whether it's an elementary school in Newton, or a shopping mall in Oregon, or a temple in Wisconsin, or a movie theater in Aurora, or a street corner in Chicago, these neighborhoods are our neighborhoods, and these children are our children. And we're going to have to come together and take meaningful action to prevent more tragedies like this, regardless of the politics.
It's difficult for all of us. Joining me now to talk about ways to cope with feelings of sadness, fear, confusions, and a whole lot of unanswered questions about one of the worst school shootings in U.S. history is Wendy Patrick, co-author of Reading People, a book about how to predict behavior, and David Peters, licensed family therapist. Thank you both for joining us on this very sad day. David, all of us are obviously traumatized by this, but you very personally, very recently, one of your close friends died in the Oregon shootings just 2 days ago. How are you coping with that?
Well, with the usual way, sharing with friends, sharing with old high school friends that Cindy Ewell was killed, and she was a close high school friend. And you share with those high school friends who know, or whoever knows the person who's deceased. Talk, share, cry together, tell stories, and then remember to be alive. Remember to get exercise, to eat, to hug children, and to do the things that give us life. It's important to mourn the dead. I always tell my clients, grieve purposefully, and then stop grieving and move forward and enjoy the day, or enjoy what you can, and then take another time later to grieve again. It could take weeks or months if it's someone close to you.
It was only 2 days ago that this happened, and now this. Children, how do parents talk to their children about what's happening?
Yeah, this is a real important question. I would say to parents who have young children who don't know yet what's gone on, to don't tell them. You know, the smaller the child, the more you want to shield them from this. And so some children will be coming home from school knowing about this. They'll have heard. And the important thing is to find out what they know first. Tell them, what did you hear? What did you see? Let them tell their story. You can confirm what's true and disconfirm what's not true. And then the rule of thumb is you only tell the children as much as they are capable of understanding.
Sort of age specific.
Age specific. It's very important. And we want to be leaders in our homes. It's very important for us to be strong. We don't want our children, small children, watching TV right now if it's the news. We won't want our children seeing us break down if we're having our moment of truly breaking down, crying with friends or whatever. This is a time for the children to experience us as confident. Then if they want to grieve, if they've seen something on TV and they're scared, it's important to talk with them, reassure them that they're safe. And you can honestly reassure them that they're safe because for the most part, statistically, our schools are safer than they've ever been in 20, 30 years.
Pretty much since the 70s, and we'll come back to that, I hope. But Wendy, so this Oregon shooting, the shooting in Wisconsin, the shooting in Colorado, how is this one particularly it stood out for you that is different?
You know, there's obviously lots of similarities because they're all senseless in making the point that there's nothing to be gained by going in and shooting up a school or a movie theater or what have you. You note that this young man, however, was wearing a bulletproof vest. It's different than some of the other shootings where somebody goes in expecting to be killed, death by suicide, basically is what we call that. One of the other things that I think distinguishes this is Matthew Holmes, for example, the Aurora, Colorado shooting. Many people say that was a call for attention. There was a lot that he did to sort of glamorize a character and the outfit and the costume and saying I'm the Joker. Very different than this where we're hearing rumors of a motive.
Right. Let's talk about your book. It talks about being able to read people and their characteristics. What can we learn from all of these instances? Is there a profile that a mass murder, and I'm not talking about today's because it's too soon to tell,
right.
that we can learn from these previous shootings?
That's a great question, Peggy, because what happens in this, it's the same in every case. First of all, we hear these rumors about, well, neighbors say he was such a nice guy, he was so calm and sweet and kind. But as investigation continues, we start investigating someone's online profile. We hear about things like sending the famous spiral notebook that Matthew Holmes allegedly sent to the psychiatrist. We begin to learn more behind the scenes that let you know that even the college graduate, as in the case of the Oregon shooting, PhD students, the Kate of Aurora, even well-intentioned, in some respects, intelligent people are capable of strategizing this kind of violence, which is scary. It's not somebody who just does it aimlessly, but somebody who plans it.
It is scary, and I think one of the things is that in this particular case, because and I might cry about this, because of the children, I think it holds different significance. So what do we need to know to sort of get a hold of this and sort of comfort ourselves?
Yeah, this is hitting people in a very different way because it's children. It's a large number of children, and we expect our children to be safe. We expect our children, we hope our children can be protected. We're going to be watching video of many grieving parents. And so I think it's important to take our time with someone close, a friend, a relative, a husband, a wife, and do the crying we need to do. It's important to be real with those emotions and let that out and then gather ourselves together when we're with our children. When we're with our children, we can be leaders, we can be the answer, we can be those that soothe and protect.
All right. We are out of time, and obviously I need a little soothing and protecting myself. I'll take you up on those. I hope we all will. So thank you both so much for talking with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peggy.